And the reason why, and we're going to be very interactive tonight, we're going to kind of go through some of these paragraphs of Robert Rolheiser, and then I'm going to have you do some reflection on your own, we'll do some sharing, you know, it's just going to be interactive, so we're going to kind of go all over. And then we'll leave time at the end for any Q&A, okay? Let's take a look at that first paragraph. I love it. Sexuality is divine fire. Okay, the Greek philosophers used to say that we're fired into life with a madness that comes from the gods. Is that just like awesome? You are the fire of God here with us. Look at the second paragraph. For this reason, sexuality lies at the center of the spiritual life. A healthy sexuality is the single most powerful vehicle there is to lead us to selflessness and joy. Just as an unhealthy sexuality helps constellate selfishness and unhappiness, as does nothing else. We will be happy in this life depending upon whether we or not have a healthy sexuality. And then it hits me what my deepest sin is. And I confess it every time now when I go. And the priest half the time goes, what? Okay, sister, okay. Because they're not used to hearing that. But at least it makes sense to me, and it is a sin that I commit every day. And the sin is to buy into the illusion that we are separate. Because we're not. We are one. But I buy into the illusion that I am separate from you. And I make all kinds of judgments and prejudices and scales of economic this and social creed and religion this and the axis of evil here and the good here. All that stuff is buying into the illusion that we're separate. And we're not. We're one. We are one people. And the Aramaic Jesus, I love the Aramaic Jesus. How he speaks. Jesus never said good or evil. In the Aramaic, Jesus said right and unright. We're 5 translations away from the original tongue of Jesus. Aramaic, it went into Greek, and that's when we got good, evil, bad, good, Gentile. That's when all that happened. Then it went into, from there, into German, into Latin, into English. So we're 5 translations from the tongue of Jesus. Jesus was what? He was a Middle Eastern mystic man. Many of us who go over to Buddhism, we go over to Rumi, to Hafiz, who are wonderful poetic writers. I love them myself. And we don't realize that we have a Middle Eastern mystic who happens to be God. The big J here. Jesus. God. He's a Middle Eastern man. We miss that sometimes. And in the Middle Eastern, you know, you've heard the saying, the rain falls on the good and the bad alike, right? It's in the scripture. Jesus is telling you never said that. When it went into Greek, it said that. Jesus said what? He said, the rain falls on the right and the unright. Saying that all of us have right and unright within us. That which is ripe and mature and giving fruit, and that which is unripe and undeveloped. Tub is ripe, Bisha is unripe. What do we do when we go to the store and we see unripe fruit? We don't go, bad fruit. Excuse me, you've got some unripe fruit going here. What's going on around here? Something bad. You start throwing it. No, if anything you do, you take it. You even handle it more gently. You put it on the windowsill so that the sun can warm it up and ripen it. That's how God treats our wounds and our weaknesses and our unripeness. Or puts it away you put it like in a paper bag and put it in the closet and forget about it until you smell it in about 2 weeks. Oh, what's in there? But it ripens. But in Jesus' wisdom, there is also the word for rotten. But even that is not lost or evil. He says the rotten shall go back to the earth as fertilizer in which new growth can come. Nothing is lost to Jesus. None of us are lost in Jesus. The ripe and the unripe. The name that Jesus used for God was Allah, which means sacred unity. Sacred unity. All is one. And you know, we don't have to make it one. See, that's where we go wrong. I need to work for unity. I need to make us all one. Been done. God created us. It's already been done. What we have to do is get out of the illusion that we are separate and recognize that which is, that which God made. I cannot create unity. Only a God who can make stones and sticks and mountains and people is going to be able to do that. I can't do that. But I can certainly try to become aware of the oneness that is here and speak to people as one. Because we are.